Hello, and welcome back to my channel. So first of all, if you're new around here, my name is Ali, and just someone that fancied my chances with a camera. And so far, I'm enjoying it. It's been good, it's been lovely. The support has been real as well. So, I've decided that today, instead of all the crazy challenges I've been doing, instead of going outside, doing all these sort of things, I decided to give you guys a beneficial kind of informative video as such. So today I've decided to go through what I think personally is the list of essentials for you to take to uni. As you guys know, it's September now. I mean, it's crazy how it's gone this fast, but it's September. People will be going to uni this month or next month, and I just thought, for me personally, I was someone that did look around on YouTube to look for videos for people that helped with these kind of things, to tell me what to take. So I thought what I could do is, based on my personal experiences, give you guys a sort of up-to-date list of what I think you should be taking to uni. So yeah, without further ado, if you're new around here, make sure to smash that subscribe button down below. Make sure to hit it so hard that we get to 1,000 subscribers. Make sure you tell your neighbours, tell your relatives, tell your family, tell everyone around, tell your bloody neighbour that once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we are doing a giveaway. Yes, it's on. I'm waiting. Let's get to it. Thank you. Smashed it. Right, so without further ado, let's get into it. So, I've got a little list here on my phone, which I've made based on what I believe kind of helped me, or things that it turned out that I needed, or things that halfway through the year I realised, oh, this would have been good if I would have bought it from home. So, the first thing on my list would be a speaker. A lot of people would say this is not necessarily something to get, blah blah blah. I feel like a speaker is definitely one thing that everyone wants in a flat, especially when you're moving into like halls, especially in your first year. People always want someone to bring the vibe, and if you've got a speaker, you're the one that's like, oh Ali, do you have a speaker? Yeah, I got you. So it's like, I think it's something you could take, and on the plus side, you benefit by being the one that is connected to your phone, so you are kind of in charge of the vibe, the music, stuff like that. And obviously you could use it in your room, you could use it in the shower, I know I'm a person that doesn't really shower without music, so that was very beneficial for me. So I definitely recommend a speaker. Regardless of what it is, how expensive it is, how cheap it is, doesn't really matter, but that is something I would recommend. So, the next thing I definitely would recommend is a bum bag. So bum bag, money pouch, whatever you want to call it. I personally, this one is from Uniqlo. I bought it when I was on holiday somewhere, I don't remember where, but it's very beneficial because it helps me, instead of having to fill my pockets with like a wallet, keys, all that sort of thing. You've just got this around your waist, around your shoulders, around anywhere you want, and it just makes life easier really. Keeps everything in one place. You don't risk when you're pulling something out of your pocket for something else to fall out, stuff like that. So I definitely would recommend it, especially for nights out when obviously you're in a club and stuff. This is somewhere you could safely store everything, which could be up here or on your crotch, wherever you want it to be really. But I definitely recommend it for people going to uni. Right, so the next thing I recommend for people to have and take with them when going to uni is things to make your room cozy. So I think it ranges from like pictures that you've printed off, fairy lights, like just lights, books, sort of letters that you got for your birthday, letters that you got from your boyfriend or girlfriend, like anything you can find at home that you feel will make you remember home, and when you're feeling down, you can just look to, and it will, or read or watch, and it will make you kind of feel better about yourself, better about the whole, because a lot of people are homesick as well, so it'll make you feel better about that. I'd also recommend like posters, just stuff to make your room sort of come together, because nothing's worse than having a room that has no vibe, no pictures, no lights, no memories, no nothing around. It just feels like, not gonna lie, it feels like an Airbnb. It feels like you're walking into a room that's not yours. The next thing on the list that I have made is a bottle. So this is my currently obviously empty, but this is the bottle that I drink water from. It's very beneficial because first of all it helps you save a lot of money, because buying bottles, plastic bottles, first of all it's bad for the environment, second of all it's a huge waste of money. So just having one of these, you fill up, you take around with you. Most places have so many kind of water taps, refill taps and stuff like that, so you will not struggle. Another thing which I don't have with me at the moment is a reusable coffee cup. So being someone that loves drinking their coffee in the morning, especially when you go into lectures, 9 AM, stuff like that, you don't really want to be going and having to still go buy a cup of coffee. Or if you need another coffee throughout the day, for example, most places that you go in with your own cup for and ask them to put a drink in it, take money off the drink, so it kind of helps you help the environment as well, because they don't have to give you cups and kind of use all that. So I definitely recommend a reusable water bottle and a reusable coffee cup. So another thing that I would definitely recommend taking with you, which will again save you so much money if you use wisely and consistently, are discount cards. So I've got so many of these. This is Nando's, Costa, Five Guys. There's so many more. There's Greg's. There's so many places that have these in place, and it'll help you save so much money. It'll help you be a lot more kind of smart with the way you spend and stuff like that, and you get rewards. So it's kind of a win-win situation. And the other half of that kind of necessity that I'd say is to sign up to student discount like websites and stuff like that. So the first one that comes to mind is UNI Days. Uni Days, definitely sign up to. And another one that I've just come into contact with is an app called Stuni. So this is the app. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's a great student discount app, which gives you discounts all over, and you obviously have to sign in with your uni sort of email or sign in or whatever it is. So yeah, I definitely recommend those. So make sure you sign up to them. You get so many discounts. So yeah, I'll definitely say make sure you make use of all of that and make sure you sign up for as many as possible. None of them require money really, so if you get the opportunity, definitely do it. You've got nothing to lose. So just a mini sort of don't do or take for uni is, please remember, don't take kettles, toasters, microwaves, all that sort of thing, fridges even. You don't need any of this at uni. Some unis you're not even allowed it in your room, so make sure you don't really take them. The next thing, being a sports person myself, I'd say if you are a passionate person about sports, a person that's passionate about sports, there we go, my English is back. Take your sort of equipment. So for me, I'm a huge tennis player, so I made sure that from the start of uni to the end of uni, I had my rackets with me all the time, my tennis rackets with me all the time, my tennis shoes. I made sure that I was prepared, because even on the first day of uni, I wanted to make sure that I could take an opportunity to join the team and not be like, I don't have my racket, what can I do, all that sort of thing. Yeah, so make sure, so I had friends that joined the hockey team, they had the hockey sticks from the start and stuff like that. So make sure if you're passionate about it, don't miss out, and make sure you've got your stuff with you, just in case. If you don't want to get on the team, you've not really lost anything, but if you do, it's not going to be pleasant if you don't have your own things and you'll kind of have to borrow stuff. It's just a whole load of just a pain, and you don't really need that. So yeah, I'd recommend that personally from my experience. Another huge thing, or two things sort of, I'd recommend you having when you're going to uni is, first of all, so the first half, I'd say make sure you have like a laptop, tablet, notepad, iPad, whatever you want to call it, whatever you have. I definitely recommend having them, especially when you're writing essays. You don't want to be borrowing laptops or going onto campus to be able to use sort of laptops and Word documents and stuff like that. So make sure you've always got a laptop handy. And sort of the other half of that is the sort of manual side. So obviously if you have a laptop and stuff, that's great, but I'd also recommend for you to have, personally, I found that notebooks and notepads, copybooks, whatever you want to call them again, are very beneficial, because not only do you get to have your laptop, but you can also take sort of notes. You can also put like pointers on paper, and I feel like sometimes Personally, I write quicker with a pen and paper than I do on a laptop. Some people can be the other way around, some people can be good at both, but personally I like to have a notebook with me with pens, different colours, highlighters, stuff like that, which just made it a lot more sort of, not fun, but it made it a lot more kind of doable, because you didn't just look at one piece of paper, one black pen, looking at the lecturer giving the lecture and stuff like that. So I definitely recommend doing that. And with that, I definitely recommend getting yourself stacks of post-it notes, whatever you want to call them, again, post-it stickers. I only realised like maybe 3/4 of the way through the year those were really helpful. I used to stick them all around the wall and put like notes on them, put stuff that I need to revise for exams, put tips and pointers for myself that I found out about myself about writing essays, stuff like that. So I definitely recommend getting them. You can get massive packs from Wilco's, from Argos, from WH Smith. Obviously WH Smith is a little bit more expensive, but if you can afford it, go for it. You can get massive packs, and I guarantee they'll be helpful, especially in the different colours. Colour coding is always a great thing that I found works for me personally amazingly. So I definitely recommend doing that. Don't forget them, they will be useful. If not. Right, so the next 3 things I'm going to say are not sort of necessities as such, but stuff that I found I really wanted and I really was glad that I did have with me, and I was kind of thankful that I didn't leave them at home or not bring them at all. The first thing was a doorstop. So moving into halls, obviously this year might be a little bit different. I'm personally going back to uni as well. I'm going for a master's, so I'm preparing all this myself. But I definitely recommend a doorstop. So when you're moving into halls, it's really good to have a doorstop, because it makes you come across more sociable. With your masks, of course, be safe, be careful for everything, but it makes you come around more sociable. It gives people the opportunity to take an initiative and say hi, and that's how you get to make friends at uni. Especially this year, that Freshers Week might not be a Freshers Week as such. It might not be events and partying and going out and meeting people all week. I'd still definitely recommend having a doorstop. And with that being said, I'd definitely say another thing you will need in terms of your own room is an extension cord, extension lead. It is extremely helpful, especially when you've got so many things to plug in, and you kind of, I think you get like 4 plug sockets in a room maybe. So if you have a TV and if you have a phone, that's already 2 ports that are already taken. So I definitely recommend getting an extension lead. It'll help so much, especially like when people have like hair dryers and straighteners and stuff like that. It will help so much, and nothing's worse than not having a plug and having to sacrifice one thing for another. It just drives me crazy, so I always had to have an extension lead. And the final thing in this set that I'd like to say is hangers. Nothing is worse than having your wardrobe stacked to the top in clothes and shorts and jeans and coats and all that. I definitely recommend having hangers. Uni does not provide hangers for you, so you'd have to buy your own. I'd say that most like stationery shops provide them in huge sets, and you can buy them for quite a cheap price. But I definitely recommend buying them. Don't buy too expensive, because there's no point buying expensive hangers. It doesn't really make a difference from my perspective. But I definitely recommend having hangers. They'll help you. They'll make you kind of have a more organised wardrobe. They'll have a separate, so you'll have stuff that are hanging, stuff that are folded, stuff that are on the side. So it kind of gives you a lot more organisation in your room. Another thing that's sort of not necessary, but I'd recommend, is having playing cards. Playing cards are one thing that you will use throughout the year. Socialising with your flatmates. A game of cards is always something that brings people together, gets a socialising session going, and just, it's enjoyable, it's fun. So I definitely recommend just having a cheap set. You can buy like 2 sets for like £1, £2. So yeah, make sure that you have some of them. So before I leave you guys, I've got 2 more things that I think are extremely important. like extremely. They've definitely helped me, and I did not realize them from the very start, so this is something that I came to realize. So I'm trying to give you guys the sort of the opportunity to be able to know, pardon me, to know that these things are going to be useful, going to be helpful, and will keep you on the safe side. So the first part is, or the first thing I'd recommend is a planner. So I'll put a link in the description to the website that I used. It's amazing. It's called Just Work. They are honestly amazing planners. Go check out her website. I'll link that in the description. They're really good, really useful. Having an organized life is so much more kind of comfortable and smooth rather than just having chaos everywhere. So I definitely recommend going checking out that link, or just having a planner of your own. But a planner is extremely useful and just helps you stay on top of everything, helps you stay in control, and helps chaos stay far away. The final thing I cannot stress on enough of how important it is, for me especially, and this is again something I didn't realise from the start, but have a USB or a pen drive or a USB stick or whatever you want to call it again. It is extremely useful, especially when I've started doing YouTube. It's one thing that I kind of have on my keychain at all times. It helps you have another copy of anything you're doing, whether it's a video, whether it's essays, whether it's exam notes, whether just anything. You can literally get a big one that's like 256 gig or whatever, that you can just keep with you at all times. It'll have another copy which is off of your laptop or off of your computer or off of your tablet or anything, and you can have it with you at all times. The amount of times I've lost work on my laptop and I've had to kind of redo it all over again because I didn't have that USB stick is insane. So if you can, I definitely recommend having a USB drive. It is so useful. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope it was very useful, and I hope it will help some of you with your journeys to university. If you've made it this far in the video, make sure to drop it a thumbs up and make sure to smash that subscribe button down below. Again, to remind everyone, at 1,000 subscribers we'll be doing a giveaway. It's massive. I'm already in the planning of it, so yeah, make sure you do that. And once again, congratulations to everyone that's got into uni. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and make sure to enjoy uni to the max. Right, I'll see you guys next week. Enjoy your weekend. See you later. Peace.